Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Mr. Fucking Nobody that nobody knows, and I'm gonna make like the fucking craziest beat today. I don't know what kind of fucking beat, but it's gonna be a beat. I have no idea what kind of vibe I'm going for, or what type of sound I'm going for, or really anything for that matter. But it is gonna be super vibey. That's the one like criteria. It needs to be a vibe. If it isn't a vibe, I don't want it. Fuck out of here. So I don't want to waste any time, so let's just hop right into this. First thing is figure out our BPM. Way too fast. Way too fucking. 15's the vibe. So first things first. This is, I've never really made a beat while being watched. This is weird. Okay. I want like a super wavy ass synth. Now by wavy, what I mean is like instead of a normal synth, like 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 uh like it needs to be like whoa 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 whoa, like whoa 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 whoa, and then it's like whoa 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 whoa, like kind of quick like that almost, like, but not like whoa 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 whoa, like I don't want that. It's whoa 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 whoa, like kind of all over the place. So it's just going from like your left ear to your right ear really quickly and fast and stuff. And okay, so about an hour later, I it took me an hour of using Poison with one of these presets down here. I deleted it because I'm a bit of an idiot, but this one right here, band pass brass is the preset I used, and I suggested the parameters. This is a old synth, like emulating an old synth from like pretty sure like the 80s. And it's a pretty cool plugin. I use it when I'm trying to get a more analog or wavy sound, because you don't want everything being super digital, because that doesn't sound nice to the ears. So I use this if I want like a weird wavy sound, which you can kind of hear it now when I'm talking about the little. Like it's kind of going back and forth. So too long of my life was wasted making this. A little D minor. That's the key of the song, is in D minor. And yeah, that was about what an hour of my life got me. Super wavy though. Sounds super cool. Trying to just stretch and shut that off. We're also going to send this to insert one. Therefore, I can further mix it. I already did pre-mixing, and since my computer doesn't really do good with recording and making music, I have to render it out as audio files and then carry on. But so like we have our bass. That's our, when you have your chords, the chords are like the bass of your song. So we have this super cool sounding kind of like wave thing going on here. So maybe like a synth, like a little top melody, like or something like that, something on those lines. So let's make that using a very similar synth, and then yeah, fucking perfect. That sounds super cool. That was my next melody. Okay, so we have this now. Hey. 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 So that's pretty cool. Essentially what I'm doing is I'm building this really large stack of sounds, and then I'm going to deconstruct it and then add drums on top of it. I'm probably going to do some like 80s kind of groovy drums, just to kind of set the mood. This is not going to be your hard banging, like bang an 808, but it's going to be It's gonna be something. So I need to add maybe a little high end, maybe like a little high end, like little ting 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 ting. I just put a little delay on that because, like I said, I create the synth, render it out, and while I'm creating the synth, I have a bunch of effects on it, and then I bring it back out as it's like mastered audio file, and then I add even more effects on top of that because I am limited to 10 effects per sound being ran to the the bus. Okay, so now we have this like little tingy thing, and all I did in Shaperbox there was I did a reverse. So I'm running the automation down to this point to a 2/4, back straight up there, and then down to a 4/4, creating a 4-bar reverse loop. So it's reversing, kicking back up, then reversing back down, giving it this kind of like, it's like you're suffocating the sound, and then you get that gasp of air, and then it comes back into that reverse. And then I use the EQ up here to apply the effect only on the mid to low frequencies, keeping the high end open and clear and really breathy sounding, giving it not such a closed in sound. The reason this is good is only the low ends being affected, which can sound or make it sound a little more warm and a little more inviting. Now I do feel like that pan is a little too much, so we are going to come over to that pan and just bring that mix of that down to probably about 50%. Very cool. It's super open and super wide. I'm gonna add a bass now. I'm liking the top and mid frequencies of the song at the moment. It's lacking in the low end, which is perfectly fine. I'm gonna put a fairly deep sub bass underneath that, or not a sub bass, but maybe a. All right, so that sounds perfect. That sounds as good as it's gonna get. I did processing on the bass and just got it a little more or a little less loud. It was just a little too overbearing for this type of track, so I just kind of toned it back a little bit and kept it a little more mellow. This will have your subs, woofing, but it won't have that rap or trap kind of 808 kind of punch. But anyways, this is what it sounds like. Very subtle, and I did add this like little I would say like a Nokia vibrating phone sound at the end there. All I did, if I zoom in here, it's just a sine wave, and you can see the vibrato from this point on is the exact same. It's very tight and consistent. So then I used a LFO and then amped the speed of the rate of the sample very quickly at this end, which kind of gave it this like kind of noise. I don't know how to remake it, but you guys can hear that. Just to let you know, it's coming back around. The sample is restarting. And it gives a little bit of variance, mainly for the fact that I'm only playing 4 notes. That gets a little boring and repetitive, but that will at least add a little flavor onto the track. Okay, so I'm feeling, if I use ample guitar here, I could use a guitar, maybe a top melody of a guitar or something. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do with that guitar, but something on those lines of maybe a do da da do do. Like I feel like this guitar will do. We'll put a top melody using this guitar, and then hopefully that can give it some groove. I might have to change the sound. I'm pretty sure the guitar will be fine though. All right, so I have the guitar melody now. It sounds a little like this. Let me just mute this guitar pedal plugin. All I did was add some reverb on the reverb, and I did half speed underneath it, sitting at about 2K and below. just to give some warmth to the sound, and yeah. It sounds really fucking cool. I do feel like it needs maybe like a like a little arpeggiating thing. So we're gonna start on D because that's the root note, and just like some kind of what am I in? D minor, D harmonic minor. All right, we'll go natural. So like. By the way, this is just the dry signal, and then whatever effects they have on the actual sound. Sounds like there's a delay in a course. I'm going to try to record some of the processing. Like processing and making these sounds, but you'll know if it doesn't work because there will be a very big jump cut. And then on this note, we're going to hold it. Back on that G. I actually think I should do it on a D, so we stay true to our root. So bang. Wow. Something like that. I don't know. Let's see how that's fitting. Jesus fucking Christ, you're having a stroke, Bobby. So like maybe like something like that. What is that? What the fuck is that? What? Okay. I don't know how I feel about that. It's like I don't like whatever's happening there, but okay. Right at the end, so it's like you're vibing. You're vibing. All right, so we have some snaps down. Let's add some like 80s kind of bop kind of shit things. I don't know what the fuck you'd call it, but like some like 80s bop kind of things. Like the 80s drums, I guess you would call that. Okay, so I've made quite a bit more. It is getting dark out. I made this drop thing, hence the name, drop thing. And that's going to come in right after like this whole synth thing. So I'm actually just going to push this over. I'm going to take out the bass and this. So it's just going to be the... And then it's going to have the snaps. And then I did some drums like this. Like I did this like boom, 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 boom. That's a vibe, you know what I'm saying? So like, let it rock. Now this like synth thing, it needs a lot of reverb. So we're gonna use Vehela Supermassive. And we're gonna come over here to reverb, and we want like a large like. And we're actually gonna automate this mix knob by adding a automation clip. And putting that automation clip back here, or at the bottom here. We're going to extend this to the full thing, and it's going to start off dry and then just get really full, and then the automation is going to completely cut off, leaving us with no trail. But we are going to make this a smooth ride because we don't want it to just kind of happen. So it's going to be like... Alright, so that's the general gist. The drums need to hit a lot harder. I need to mix this quite a bit. So when you listen to the final production, it's going to sound quite a bit different because it's actually gotten mixed, and I'm going to apply a lot more effects, transitions, etc. I'll also add a bunch more percussion. So I'm going to cut the camera now before I get too far, but I'll play the finished beat for you guys right after this. I have a bunch more mixing and everything to do, but luckily for you guys, that's like a snap. So as always, guys, stay awesome, and hopefully this was entertaining. I don't fucking know what else to say. It's just nothing but good vibes over here, partner.